Welcome to another episode of Overcoming Addiction. And in today's video, which is titled Substance Abuse Among Adolescents in the U.S., I'm going to talk about a few things that are concerning to me, and that is drug abuse among our teens and the impact that parents have on their children, parents who use drugs have on their children. So stay tuned, come back, watch the video. So, substance abuse among adolescents in the U.S. Adolescence is a phase of life between childhood and adulthood from the ages 10 to 19. That's according to the World Health Organization. What I'm going to do is try to bring attention to the problem of drug use among that age group. The first thing I'm going to do is introduce some facts and numbers about children living in households with parents who are substance abusers. Second thing I'm going to do is some numbers on infants born from parents who are substance abusers and how their abuse affects their newborns. Then third, I'm going to share my thoughts on how children of parents who use drugs during pregnancy usually struggle in learning environments. And fourth, I'm going to discuss how peer pressure or the desire to fit in can put a child on a long road to addiction and will undoubtedly lead to criminal activities. And finally, I'm going to suggest some preventive strategies and provide some links to different websites where more helpful strategies and programs may be found. Okay, first, let me give some facts and numbers, and these are from the Substance Abuse and Mental Health Administration, or the SAMHSA, and there is a website. It's the samhsa.gov. And the authors of this these facts that I'm about to share, I hope I don't mess their names up. That's Rachel N. Lepari, a PhD, and Struther L. Van Horn, a MA. And what they say is that based on the data from the combined 2009 and 2014 national surveys on drug use and health, about 1 in 8 children, that's about 8.7 million, age 17 or younger, lived in households with at least one parent who had a past year substance use disorder, or what is called an SUD. SUDs are characterized by recurrent use of alcohol or other drugs, or both, that result in significant impairment. An annual average of 1.5 million children aged 0 to 2 and 1.4 million children aged 3 to 5 and 2.8 million children aged 6 to 11 lived with at least one parent who had an SUD. About 7.5 million children lived in households with at least one parent who had a past year alcohol use disorder. And about 2 million children lived in households with at least one parent who used illegal drugs. Now let's talk about infants born with addictions. And this is from the Rees-Jones Center for Foster Care and Excellence website. These exposed to drugs and alcohol during pregnancy may be a challenge for those caring for them. Nurturing these babies and meeting their needs already has had a profound impact on their healing. Who are substance-exposed infants? Substance-exposed infants are babies whose biological mother took one or a combination of drugs, such as heroin, cocaine, methamphetamine, or certain medicines like anti-anxiety medications, opioid pain medications, and or antidepressants during their pregnancy. Drinking alcohol during pregnancy can result in babies having a specific birth defect in addition to developmental concerns. Smoking during pregnancy may also have similar effects. What happens after they are born? When the baby is born, these substances may cause short or long-term effects. Short-term problems such as withdrawal symptoms occur because the supply of the substance is suddenly stopped. Long-term effects may include problems with development, such as learning and behavior throughout the childhood, adolescence, or adulthood. What are some of the effects of substance exposure on infants and children? Here are some examples of short and long-term problems substance-exposed babies may face. Please talk to your medical provider if you have any questions. Now let's talk about educational challenges. And this is just my opinion from my observation. As a volunteer in the Chicago public school system, I have had the privilege of helping out in a classroom with children who have special needs. Some of them struggle with basic reading and math. Some have social anxieties which interfere with their ability to focus during class, or what is commonly known as ADHD. We all know what that means. It's an attention deficit disorder. Based on clinical information that I shared in the last segment, it saddens me to realize that many of these students could possibly be victims of someone else's negligence. The danger here is that these children do not develop the necessary skills to be productive and could end up becoming addicted parents themselves, which would continue the downward cycle. Also, there are parents who are medicating their children with prescribed medications for adults. Children should not be medicated for the convenience of the parent. This can also lead to illegal drug use, physical deficiencies, or cause a child's mental capacity to be underdeveloped. These are just my opinions, as I said, but in upcoming videos, I plan on sharing clinical information on the impact this type of practice can have on adolescents and children, or adolescents and young adults. The clips you are watching depict substance abuse among young adults, and many of these pictures are pretty much kids. And it indicates how peer pressure affects these young people. Teenagers today have access to the knowledge and images of the entire world with the touch of a button. Unfortunately, this opens them up for all the evil that is seeking to attach itself to them. The internet has become a recruiting site, or as I call it, a nightclub for demons. I should mention that it's not just the illegal drugs that are impacting some of our youth. Some are finding ways to use over-the-counter medications as a form of recreation without being aware of the consequences. Now they're coming up with innovative ways to ingest household chemicals as a way to achieve an alternate state of mind. At one point, ingesting antifreeze was a thing. I recently heard of something new young people are trying now that involves treating tampons with certain chemicals and inserting them inside of their, use your imagination. The influence of teenage drug use is likely to begin with those who have social issues, though it is not always the case. Children of parents who use drugs are the ones more likely to influence or pressure others into indulging. Again, this is not always the case because we now have the internet to pressure or influence those who are not influenced or pressured by friends. Now let's talk about some strategies for prevention. Now these are just a few of the programs that I use for prevention that might be helpful. I should add that these programs should be used in conjunction with individual parental guidance. One is the Triple P Parenting Program. Triple P, which stands for Positive Parenting Program, is an early intervention program that its main goal is increasing the knowledge, skills, and confidence of parents and reducing mental health and behavioral problems in children and adolescents. The second one, school-based prevention programs. These are active learning formats within schools that can be effective. Consider programs that provide social resistance skills training and normative education. The Life Skills Training, or LST, is a good example. You can visit both of these program websites for more information. Number 3, know your team's activities. Stay informed about your team's whereabouts and interests. Encourage them to participate in adult supervised activities. Knowing their social circles and activities help you identify potential risks and intervene if needed. Establish rules and consequences. Clearly communicate family rules related to substance use. Discuss topics like leaving parties where drugs use occurs and avoiding riding in cars with drivers who have used drugs. Consistent rules and consequences promote responsible behavior. You will find more information about other programs online. There are a few links in the comment section that I have added. Remember, prevention starts early, and open communication with children and teens play a vital role in reducing substance abuse risks. Finally, my second book is due out soon, and it's titled The Pressures of Addiction. And it's about my struggles with substance abuse and how it impacted my entire life and how I found a way out. And you can find it at the Seed Publishing Company website, which I have linked here. This is a very important subject because our youth are very important. They are the future. And those of them who they already have struggles at being youth. In addition to drugs, makes the struggles that they have and will have become much more difficult to handle. So let's try to help them out. There will be upcoming videos, there will be more upcoming videos on this subject, so stay tuned. Thanks for watching this video, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. You can find me and leave comments about anything I post on YouTube, on Facebook, it's Sandy Mays, that's my name, on Facebook, Instagram, the same thing. Again, thanks for watching, and I hope to see you all soon.